Morning, Miss.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
I'm very well, thank you, class. Okay. Before we start our class today, with me, Miss Amelia, let's say basmalah together.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Okay. Now let me check your attendance list first. Okay. It's full of class here?
Yes, Miss.
Okay, thank you. Okay, class, it's time to start our lesson. Last week we are studying about one text in English. This is a narrative text. Who is here who still remember about the narrative text? Yes, you. Raya, can you tell us about what is the definition of the narrative text? Okay, good job, Raya. Okay, the narrative text is a form designed to fix by writing, and the purpose of the narrative text is to tell a story and to entertain the reader. Okay, good job. Give applause for Raya. Okay, I think all of students in class, understanding about narrative text. So we will go to the next material about the procedure text. Let's check this out. Okay, about the procedure text. Before I will ask you about in people office this class. Is here who has already known about the procedure text?
Not yet, Miss.
Okay, in here I will tell us about the definition and all the structure and others about the procedure text. The first is the definition of procedure text. In here I will write about that the definition of procedure text is a text that explains how something works or how to use some instruction, and also to explain step by step to do something. And for example, in here there are for how to make a fried rice and how to operate a computer. So the definition of the procedure text is a text to explain how to do something and how to operate some tools. Okay. The next is generic structure. Like in the text of English, the procedure text has also the generic structure. In here, the generic structure of the procedure text is, the first is goal. Goal is tujuan. Goal of the procedure text. In here, how to make spaghetti. And second is the material or ingredients. There are the material about how to make spaghetti is sauce of spaghetti, egg, water, oil, and etc. Okay, the third is step. Step in here, the meaning is instruction or explain to step by step to do something. There is the how to make spaghetti. Okay, the step by step of the how to make spaghetti in here. The first is with the tomatoes and etc. Okay, there is a definition and generic structure of procedure text. Has you understand about my explanation? Okay, thank you. It's clear, guys, about definition and the generic structure of the procedure text. Okay, the next is the purpose of the procedure text. Same with the definition of the procedure text. The purpose of procedure text in here is, the first is to explain or tell the reader how to make or operate and do something through a sequence of action or steps. The second is to explain step or instruction to make or operate or do something. Okay, it's clear, yeah? Okay, the next is language feature. Language feature in procedure text. The first, use adverbial of sequence or using temporal conjunction. For example, using a word of first, second, the third, and the last. Okay. The second is language feature of procedure text. Use command or imperative sentence. Example of word of command and imperative sentences, put the noodles on the blah blah blah. Okay. The third is use adverbial to express detail, the time, the place, and a manner accurate. For example, uh, for 5 minutes, 2 hours, and etc. The fourth is using action verb. In procedure text should use action verb in their step by step or their structure of procedure text. For example, the word is make, take, cook, and others. And the last of the language feature of procedure text is using simple present tense or noun. Okay, class. After I give your explanation about description of the procedure text, the language feature and generic structure and the purpose of the procedure text, the last is example for of procedure text. In here, I will one example of procedure text is about how to make a cup of coffee. This is a cup of coffee, and this is the materials and ingredients, and step by step. Okay, the materials and ingredients. The 2 spoons of sugar, 1 spoon of coffee powder, hot water, cup, and a spoon. And step by step, the first is prepare 2 spoons of sugar, cup, hot water, 1 spoon of coffee powder, and a spoon. The second is put 1 spoon of coffee powder into a cup. The third is pour some hot water into the cup. The fourth is add 2 spoons of sugar into a cup of coffee. And the last is stir it well, and the hot coffee is ready to serve. Okay, because the time today will be over soon, I want to give your homework. I want to all of the class to make one example of procedure text and write it your assignment in your textbook, and please submit to me next week and next meeting with me. Yes, class.
Yes, Miss.
Okay. I think enough for me today about the procedure text, and thank you for your attention, class. Good morning and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.